Hello, good evening everyone, and welcome back to some more Pathfinder Kingmaker. Yep. Hello Annie, good evening, hope you're well. I'm feeling a bit more sprightly today. Yesterday I felt a little bit devoid of life, really, to be honest with you. To be dramatic about the thing. But this evening, I'm feeling like I'm ready to rock and roll. Come on. After the music's finished, of course. Hello Ollie, welcome. Good evening. Good evening to you. Right, let's dive in. Forget that. Forget the music's finished now. Couple of housekeeping things. Yeah, as I said, yesterday feeling a little bit, I don't know, I felt a bit off it yesterday. I don't know if you could tell. Look at the state of us here. Look at the state. But today, it's quite surprising that I'm feeling as chipper as I am. Maybe because I've had a 45-minute power nap, I don't know. But I finished what I had. I told you yesterday, if you were here, that I was not looking forward to work today. In fact, I wasn't looking forward to work this week, to be honest with you. But I wasn't looking forward to working today particularly. Had something to do. So I had a long day preparing for my meeting with this individual, and basically took up my entire day. And had the meeting, which lasted an hour and a half, and I had to be making notes at the same time, so my hand was scribbling furiously whilst I'm talking to somebody on Microsoft Teams and making sure that I was trying to get as much of the points down as possible. And then I finished work. Now, for a lot of you, you'll be going to listen to this and think to yourselves, the hell? I finished work at 4:45. Now, for a lot of people, that might be a reasonable time to finish work. For me, it's not a reasonable time to finish work. A reasonable time to finish work for me is between 3 and 3:30, because I usually start about 7ish, about 7, 7:15. So to finish work at 4:45, I felt, and considering the day I've had, I felt absolutely like I'd been put in a tumble dryer. And I use that reference because we've got a tumble dryer in the hallway downstairs waiting to be installed, because the old tumble dryer has now knackered after about 10, 12 years, so it's done its time. So yeah, I felt a bit, oh good, I've had a long day today. So I had a power nap after finishing work whilst listening to the dulcet tones of my favourite football manager streamer, and woke up and thought, oh, because I put my alarm on. I was prepared. I put my alarm on, and I was like, oh, the alarm went off at 7. Thought, right, I'm streaming half an hour. Let's wake myself up, get myself ready, got myself all prepared. That's why I'm on time today. All my OBS and stuff all ready in advance. And then I thought to myself, which is something I don't usually do on a weekday, but I thought, I've had a hard day at work, mentally draining, not physically of course, but mentally draining day at work. Finished late. I fancy some alcohol. And I don't have any alcohol in my bar, and I don't have any rum on my bar, because in an ode to save some pennies this month, in preparation for my holidays upcoming in November, instead of buying bottles of alcohol for the past 2 weeks, I have drunk all of the remaining rum from my bar, including rum that I've had on the bar for 2 years that I thought I don't like that, such as Salford rum, half a bottle left of that, some dark tropical pineapple rum, which I've had on the bar for about 2 years. And I thought, no, rather than buy a fresh bottle of Morgan Spice, me and my friend, we're gonna drink this rum that's been on my bar for 2 years, and we're gonna like it, and we're gonna finish it to save some money, and we'll buy some Morgans this week, because now there's nothing left. So that's what we did. So I went downstairs to the bar, no rum on it, of course, and I thought, oh, do you know what I'll have then? I'll have a Baileys instead. So I've poured myself a nice healthy glug of Baileys, and that's my choice tipple, my aperitif before my dinner at 8:30, and whilst streaming. So cheers everybody to a prosperous week. Yeah, it's an interesting week because we're in a national state of mourning And, I said yesterday that, or did I say yesterday? I'm a little bit indifferent to the monarchy per se, but as a history kind of person, as somebody that plays a lot of games like Crusader Kings, where you play as monarchs and things, I kind of like, to some degree, the history of it all. And I know that we're a modern society nowadays, but still, I like that tinge of history. The monarchy stretches back of England to the days of whenever the first English king was. The arguments, Aethelstan I, I believe, is the official first king, perhaps. But so it's a long historical line. So I appreciate that. Not only that, but she was a 96-year-old woman, very little old lady, bless her. So I was a little bit down about it. But in terms of this week's national mourning, I haven't got time to be mourning for 10 days, I'll be honest with you. I've done my little bit of mourning when it first happened. Now time has passed. The news has now been shut off, because I did watch the news on my TV for probably 2 days, like the Thursday, the Friday, some of the Saturday, and, watch it any longer, and I thought to myself, I'm going to get myself into a depression at this point. It's all doom and gloom. So, no more news. And the only thing I'm going to do next now to pay my respects is I'm going to watch the funeral on Monday, which is a bank holiday in the UK. It's been declared a bank holiday, and like all bank holiday weekends, I thought, well, I usually have 4-day bank holiday weekends, because every bank holiday that happens, I usually have the Friday off as well. So to continue the theme, I booked Friday off work. So hopefully I'm doing because it's not been approved yet, but it should be. I'm having a 4-day week this week and a 4-day week next week. So that perked me up a bit. And so I'm hoping for a prosperous week where I get stuff done, where on Friday I can grab myself a very nice select choice tipple of rum, probably rum bullion from Amazon. And then I shall raise my glass on Monday and watch the funeral. I actually did debate going to London to walk past the coffin, because it's lying in state for 3 days. And it's a momentous occasion, and I did debate going down to pay my respects, until I heard that there would be 12-hour queues, probably, to do that. And I thought, with the best will in the world, my ability to stand waiting to do that for 12 hours, I just don't have it. I just don't have that resolve, I'm afraid. So, no, I'll watch it on TV. There is a lot going on, but, I'll tune in and tune out. And as for watching the coronation, yes, of course, I will watch the coronation. As I said, it's all history. It's part of history. And it's got to be done. It's got to be done. So I will watch it. But who has seen? You must have seen it. If you use Twitter or you anything on social media, you must have seen the clip that's going round of King Charles's proclamation signing, when he's shooing the paperweight away from the desk, as if wafting it with his hand is going to make it disappear, and somebody moved it for him. Rather than him move it himself, he's waving his hand at it, and then he pulls a face because it's in his way, and then his little servant aid person comes and moves it, and the amount of people I mean, it did look quite funny to me. I don't think even me, who's not the most critical of people, did think to myself, just push it aside. So the amount of people that have commented on that and just typical of the royal family, they want everything doing for them, and they're lazy, and expect everyone to be servants to them, and blah 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 blah. But it was I just found it quite humorous. It's like if he touched it, his hand would burn off, because he's like, no. He didn't speak. We were just kind of ushering and gesturing as if, please move this thing. Well, this hand comes from the side and moves it away, and then he doesn't move it far enough, because then he pulls a face, and when he sat down, and he's like, move it even further away from me. But anyway, so yes, that's my spiel today, over and done with. But rather interestingly, on the day of the funeral, which is the 19th, next Monday, I think it's Shelley's birthday. I don't think Shelley's in at the moment, but don't tell him I told you, but it's Shelley's birthday. And the only reason why I remember this is because it's National Pirate Day as well. I'm not joking. Queen's funeral, National Pirate Day, and the reason why I remember this is because Return to Monkey Island is coming out. So next Monday I will be streaming that whilst wearing a pirate hat on what is supposed to be quite a mournful day. But I'll have paid my respects and we should continue to enjoy life. So I shall don my pirate hat. I shall have a choice tipple of rum mixed with lime juice and water to make grog. And I shall tell Shelley's birthday, and then we shall play the Return to Monkey Island, which I'm really looking forward to. So that's next Monday sorted. Put it in your diaries and don't make any plans. Yeah, should I wear my crown? Should I wear my hat? What should I wear for the occasion? I'm conflicted. Anyway. Yeah. Now, all of this talk about kings, queens, monarchies, etc. is a tenuous link into our escapades with Elquist, because Elquist, if all goes according to plan, I think may soon be coronated himself, because we've done the Armagh stuff, and the stuff after, and the next main quest after that was to be coronated as King Elquist. Kind of topical now, isn't it? But yeah, so that's kind of an interesting time for it to happen, isn't it? Anyway, I have removed myself from the dungeon. I have looted and plundered what I can. I have healed up slightly. We're still looking rather battered, apart from Acundia, who was the last man standing. And so, it is time for us to go on our journey, return to Topcliffe, and to be coronated King Elquist of the realm. So let's crack on with it, shall we? And I've levelled up my characters as well, off camera. I don't think there's anything too particular that I've got with them. Can I remember? Can I haven't done any hotbars still, you'll notice. And this would have been the prime time to have done hotbars before today's session, because we're actually in a dungeon where we have access to them rather than in a throne room where we don't. But did I do it? No, I didn't. So there. I've also covered up my camera with the chat, because I realise that I have a massive tendency to look at myself when I'm talking, because the camera's on my screen. Therefore, I'm now looking at you rather than this camera, because there is no camera, because I've covered it with my chat. So, there you go. You now have my undivided eye contact and attention. Such is my devotion to you all. What obvious title will Elquist give himself? King Elquist the... King Elquist the King! Is that obvious enough? I am the king! Right, so we're level 13. What did I get with him? Is there a way to find out what you got at level 13? I don't know. Level 13, yes there is. We got Crane Riposte, which basically means we only take a -1 penalty on attack rolls for fighting defensively, instead of whatever it might have been now with Crane Wing. But -1 penalty now, instead of -4 is its base level, is quite decent. But whenever you lose a dodge bonus from Crane Wing because an attack missed you by 4 or less, the enemy provokes an attack of opportunity. So an extra attack of opportunity chance as well. So that was that. We went for, I believe, we went for another rank of Dragon Disciple, I think, which gives us an extra armor increase and an extra strength increase too. His strength is now a whopping +30. I mean, that's insane, to be honest with you. It's quite insane indeed. And Mary got another level of something. No, she got another level of Alchemist, actually. And she's unlocked the ability to... oh my god, where is it? There we go. We've given her Dazzling Display and Shatter Defences. So Lindsay's got it, Valerie's got it, and Mary's got it. To try and get the extra bit of buff against the enemy. That that combination maneuver that's highly effective that we never use at all. Shatter defensive dazzling display. I just thought I'd give it to her so that we can not use it with her as well. Elquist was quite simple. He got blind fight, which basically means that if he misses against an invisible attacker, because of concealment rather, he can re-roll to see if we hit. So if we miss because of concealment, we can re-roll and take. And obviously, if we hit the second time, then we do the damage. So that's quite handy. But there's also some bonus to not losing a dexterity bonus to armor class against invisible opponents. So that was quite simple. That was him. Acundio got a rather useful Hammer the Gap, I think. If you repeatedly strike the same location, you cause increased amounts of damage. Now, he causes insane damage already, so anything that increases that is good with me. So when you make a full attack, each consecutive hit against the same opponent deals extra damage equal to the number of previous consecutive hits you have made against that opponent this turn. This damage is multiplied on a crit. So, just giving him that extra little bit of damage, to what he already does. Because why the hell not? And then Lindsay got weapon specialization with light crossbow, because we're going to be using light crossbows with her for the most part towards the end game, and therefore we're just trying to get her to be a little bit of an off sniper where she can. And she did actually pick up some new spells as well, bard spells. And that was it. Tristian got greater elemental fire focus, which basically gives some extra plus DC, plus 1 DC against spells that deal fire damage, and we have used fireball, controlled fireball spells, fire strike, the flame strike. So, what he does do is attacking, which is rare, but he does it occasionally. And if Tristian is usually hurling fireball spells or fire spells, it's usually because we're in a state of panic. An extra plus 1 to the DC might just help to prevent that reflex save for half from proccing. So that's what we got with him. Speaking of which, has he got his fire robe on? Yes, he does. Right, cool beans. So that was the level ups this turn, and again with our beloved Reggie, as he's now fondly called by Elquist, it's unlikely at this point that Valerie will be making a return to the party. Because we're getting on so well with him, and he's got such a great sense of humour. He makes Elquist laugh. So, whereas Valerie didn't, quite clearly. It was just very stern-faced, very matter-of-fact, and a bit too goody-goody sometimes. So, Reggie's outbursts and stuff really makes Elquist chuckle. So he's going to be a permanent fixture now, which means that I'm going to have to really get my head around using his character. Because he's got a lot of nuances. Valerie was a stick in the mud. Exactly. Oh my god, what's happening here? She was indeed. Right, let's crack on then. So you've listened to me blather on for 20 minutes. We've not even set foot outside. It's noisy at the tomb's exit. Many Tiger Lord's tribesmen have gathered here. They are arguing and bickering, and the discussion is so heated that some participants have begun punching their opposition or drawing weapons, while more level heads work to calm them down. Oh, what a lovely greeting for us to walk out into. Oh, Armag is here? Is that... Oh, Armag is here. I thought Armag had gone and we'd seen the last of him. Actually, Armag is here. The crowd is greatest around Armag. The deposed chieftain's escort holds their hands on their weapons, throwing nervous glances toward their tribesmen. You're looking for Elquist to sort this out. God help you all. Ah, it's good you're here. As you can see, the tribe's on the verge of collapse. May you help us work things out without resorting to fratricide? Well, you are going to be a king soon, Elquist. Now is the time to put your diplomatic head on. Yes. What's going on here? Might I ask? It's a tribal council of sorts. Once word spread about the location of Armag's tomb, elders and other influential tribesmen hurried to come here. Armag's actions have split the tribe in two. Some call him a hero, while others consider him a criminal. Those who curse Armag for sending his tribesmen to senseless deaths, also won't tolerate those who praise him as a great chieftain. Yeah, well, who are they exactly? These other tribes people? Our elders, clerics, bards, and the strongest fighters have gathered here. Everyone important enough to have a voice in the matters of our tribe, and as you can hear, they're more than happy to continue using those voices. With the fate of our tribe at stake, I can only pray that Great Gorham holds his hands and allows us to resolve it without bloodshed. Yes, Ollie, I agree. We are certainly in no fit state to engage in bloodshed, so we better do something about it. Well, what help would I be in all of this? This is obviously Tiger Lord's affairs. Would they listen to me? Your army forced us to retreat. You defeated our chieftain in an honest fight. What's more, you've achieved what no one before you could do. You delved into Armag's tomb and proved yourself worthy to enter his resting chamber. And if that weren't enough, the land where the tomb is located is yours, or soon to be yours. Everything hinges on your decision. Well, how foolish of me to ask when you put it like that. Well now, this is a chance to show mercy and vision, Elquist. These people may be lost, but they can still be brought to the right path. Stop this rift in their tribe from forming. Stop them from suffering further bloodshed. Christian, thank you very much. I've got this under control, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. Right. Yes, I have an idea. Hey me, people, excuse me. I decree now, as rightful ruler of these lands, that I shall take in any Tiger Lords who wish to leave their tribe and live in my lands. Of course, it comes with a caveat, so that you must first swear an oath of fealty to me before I allow it to happen. And of course, as has been rightly pointed out, I am surely worthy of that. Ooh. After the bickering and yelling dies down. We gratefully accept your offer. With your permission, we'll settle here, keeping the peace of Armag's tomb as well as the peace of your borders, says one of the elders. Oh, very good. Yes, indeed, that is more than agreeable. There, however, is one more issue we must discuss. Who will lead the Numerian Tiger Lords? While it may no longer be your concern, those who make their homes in your lands will need a leader. And this person will need to be respected by the tribe, but also hold your trust. If you nominate an appropriate candidate, we'll heed your decision. Holy hell. So there's Armag, or there's Gwart. Now, from a purely selfish standpoint, we have sworn, we have had our hand crushed by Armag. We were supposed to be a shaking hand, blood brothers and all that, but we crushed our hand almost into flipping dust. So if he was to lead these people and we would ever need to call upon assistance or aid in any battles to come, having him in charge would be quite handy. Not to mention he's got quite a big kick-ass sword and is as strong as 15 oxes. So I think we're going to stick with that, to be honest with you. It might not please most of them, but I think from our perspective, it could be beneficial in the long run. So we're announcing to the hushed crowd that we're going to insist that Armag remains leader, and we are actually announcing also that he is indeed My sworn brother. The hero part is a bit hit and miss, but hey, we're embellishing to get a bit of buy-in. Yeah. So, there's my decision. The crowd breaks into shouting, both of agreement and of outrage. Raising the sacred sword, Armagh steps forward, his gaze wanders over the crowd, finally rising to the skies. Armagh was wrong. He believed the witch's lies. He spilled the blood of his kin for no reason. But that's all in the past. Before the eyes of Gorham on this sacred blade, Armagh swears to devote his life to the tribe, to bring the tribe glory and riches, like in ancient times. No, better than ancient times. Bit of cheers from the supporters, and his opponents, well, they turn and leave. And he approaches us and shakes our hand, crushes our hand, crushes our other hand. He comes to shake our hand, and Elquist puts he's left-handed, puts his right hand out this time, as if to say, "Oh God!" And yes, indeed, now his two hands are knackered. A tiger lord will roam this realm. If anyone dares violate its borders and head toward the capital, they'll first have to step over Armagh's dead body. And that is precisely why we made this decision. Thank you, he says, Elquist, tears streaming down his face. My hand, sir, my hand. Oh, sorry about that. I've got an achievement. Twice born, twice beaten. After the new chieftain finishes his speech, the time comes for farewells. Some barbarians exchange hugs and shake their tribesmen's hands with teary eyes, while others simply clench their fists and spit on the ground, muttering curses. Finally, those who decided to return to Numeria leave your lands, and the rest surround their leader. That's a nice bit of experience. Right, excellent. Look at that. Attend the coronation, you say? Well, I'm glad to have resolved this situation most peacefully, and Armagh, I shall count on you to defend us should the need arise. But for now, I really must dash, for I need to bathe my hands in something most soothing, and I have a coronation to get to. Toodle-pip.
All according to plan.
There were two other possible choices for the chieftain, but you sadly didn't unlock the conditions for them. Let me know if you want to know who they were. Yes, please, Ollie. Let me know now, if you don't mind. Spoiler alert for people that don't want to know, but hey, I do, so... So there you go. Go on, tell me. I reckon possibly a Mary might have been one. You reckon? Maybe a Mary? Yeah, okay, a Mary makes sense. Dugath. Ah, yes, Dugath also makes sense. I thought a Mary would have been one. Thank you, Ollie. Much appreciated. It would have been kind of cool for a Mary to be chieftain, but hey-ho. Let's just quickly chat. We can't chat with anybody here now. I think we're done. That's fine. Right, let us vacate the premises. We have a coronation to attend to. If we make it there in one piece, of course, because we're a bit knackered. Okay, let's go. How many hours have I put into this game? I don't know. Well over 100 at this point, I think. And I absolutely... I just still love it to bits. I really do. I mean, it's one of those games that... I mean, like today, I was right looking forward to playing it. You know, I've been playing it since February. Over 100 hours in. You know, so it's been, what, 7 months or so. And you'd think at some point, you think to yourself, maybe you just like your passion for playing it would wane a little bit. You know, like it's natural when you play something for a long time, but no. No. Still enjoying it immensely. Still really look forward to playing it. I'll be actually really sad when this series... I know there's another game out, which I won't be playing for a while, but I'm going to be quite sad when this is finished, I'll be honest with you. I've enjoyed it that much.
That is not far.
Alright, perfect. Oh! And some of you may be pleased to know, I kind of am a little bit disheartened, or a little bit indifferent to it, shall we say. We need to come here and do our grand tour eventually. But look at my inventory. Look at it. Look at it. I accidentally sorted it by mistake, and my filing system has been obliterated. So now I have to use the filter and the tabs to sort things. Now some of you might be like, well, that's actually good because actually using the sort feature is actually how the game is best played, you know, intended to be. I don't know, you know, if you want to look at your robes, then go to the robes tab. If you want to look at your rings, go to your rings. But look at, oh, actually, it's sorted now, so it's by type. So actually, it's not too shabby because there's your wands, there's your scrolls, there's your potions, there's your weapons. So actually, sorting it by type isn't too bad. But I kind of liked my little system. Kind of liked it. The chaos has been lifted. Hallelujah. Oh, Shelley, you're late. You're late, Shelley. I give you a shout out. I told everybody it was your birthday next Monday because we're playing pirate game, Monkey Island. You know, sorry about that. Give the game away there. Might get some birthday wishes. You know, because I was talking about the Queen's funeral as well. But anyway. And I also mentioned you because I did say... Oh, did I mention you? No. But yeah, I also mentioned about Reggie earlier, that you've asked. And I did say, it's Reggie as well, actually. Because Elquist has given him a nickname, pet name. Old Reggie here. Drinking and brothel partner. Dance hall partner. Yeah, we're saying that Valerie is never again, until really needs to be for a companion quest, returning to the party because Elquist is just like, you know, having a great time with Reggie. Shouty, carrying on, cracking jokes. I mean, what's not to love about him? Compared to stiff upper lip Valerie. Very dull. So, yeah, permanent fixture now. And I seem to recall saying at some point that there were certain people out there, and you did spring to mind, that were probably saying when I've mentioned this now, that I told you so. If you listened to me sooner. Old Reggie could have been in the party far quicker. But hey ho, better late than never. Right, our max tomb has been done. We need to get back to be coronated. So we're going to go to the tranquil riverbed, which takes 20 hours. Hope that we're not accosted because we really can't afford to be. Because we're battered. No, but go away, enemies. Go away. I'm on a mission. I've got a crown to be placed on my head. Is he going to get a crown on his head? Is he going to get a crown? We'll soon find out. Let's teleport back to Topcliffe. And enter. You could always rest. That's not going to remove our death's door status. That's what's concerning me. We're already fully healed. And we've still got a few of our buffs. My concern was the death's door thing. Right. I told you so. I know you did, Shelley. I know you did. You're always right. Oh, God. I have been doing some leveling in WoW Classic for the release of Wrath of the Lich King, and I have been playing for 10 hours a day for the past 3 days due to a break from work for the next few months. It's been nuts. I'm sure I've already told you this before now, but obviously I was quite a WoW addict back in 2007 and 8. And I obviously played for hours and hours and hours. I played through the original. Burning Crusade had just came out as I started playing WoW, so I played the Burning Crusade upon release. I queued at midnight release for it, and I continued to play it, got to level 70, did all the dungeons, the heroic badges, got all the equipment, started raiding. Wrath of the Lich King came out, then I power leveled to level 80, and then soon as I hit 80, it was like a light bulb moment. I was in a guild at the time. We were racing to see who got to 81st in the guild. I think I got there 3rd out of the guild, quickest. And then I turned around after that moment, literally like a light switch, having played the game for about a year and a half consistently, like an addict, and said, I'm done with this game now. I never played it again, apart from a couple of times to try to get back into it, which I've never done. But yeah, that character that sold on my mage was laid to rest right there and then. Just kind of, I don't know, it was bizarre. As soon as I hit 80, I was like, I'm done. Like, I finished it now. I finished, you know, and that was that. But anyway, I heard that Wrath of the Lich King Classic was coming out. I did read that, and apparently there was some really horrendous waiting times on the servers. But anyway, I hope you enjoy. But I shan't be returning.
Your Grace, I just realized that I won't be calling you that much longer. I just wanted to tell you that everything is ready for the celebration. Your guests have arrived, the capital is fully decorated for the festivities, and the people can't wait for you to make your entrance.
Yeah, it's a 6-hour long queue. Really? Jesus. Your Grace, I just realised that I won't be calling you that much longer. Well, that's the correct stylization for a king, Your Grace, isn't it? What's the difference? What else are you going to call me? You're going to call me Your Majesty? Which, technically speaking, you only have to call me once, and then you can resort to Sir. Is it Sir for the male? Because it was Ma'am for the Queen, wasn't it? You had to call Your Majesty first, and then after that, it was Ma'am. Your Grace will be perfectly fine, Lindsay.
All right then. Now we can definitely start celebrating. It's just so incredible. I'm so excited. A new kingdom is about to appear, right here, before my very eyes. It's long overdue, if you ask me. My book of our adventures is desperately lacking in episodes where the heroes are properly rewarded.
Okay, God, Elquist is going to start his reign on Death's Door. Yes, he is, and that's not a bad thing, Ollie. It's a good thing that we've got blood trickling down our face, that our hands have been crushed by our marks, that we can't hardly sign anything or use them right now. It's a good thing, because we are a king that gets our hands dirty. We're not a king that sits on our throne getting pissed up. We do that as well, but, you know, refusing to move paperweights off our desk. We're not that kind of sorry, not that kind of king. We're the kind of king that dons his weaponry, goes into the field of battle, and is not afraid to come back knackered. That's the kind of king we are.
Shush, girl, stop babbling, would you? You've been hammering our ears for long
Stop
enough.
babbling!
It's time to let others speak.
I almost feel like, John, you could aim that at me. I babbled a bit today. I can't help it. I'm in a good mood. His most corpulent Majesty.
Well, I didn't expect to live long enough to witness this. The stolen lands have finally gained a proper king.
Look at my crown.
Now, after
It's
the
a
other
stag
monarchs
helmet.
have recognized you, no one will challenge your right to the throne.
I should have probably taken my helmet off before this fight. Before this bit, I should have taken it off. I don't want to be crowned with the stag helmet on my head. It's tough. We were that tired, we forgot to take it off.
May Orastil guard your kingdom. Rule wisely. Don't be too harsh to your people without reason. And remain on friendly terms with your neighbors. That won't work with all of them, unfortunately. May demons take the cursed Iravetti. But if someone offers you a hand, don't reject it. All right, that's enough idle talk. I see Lindsay here is getting antsy.
Okay. Spoiler alert. It's not a spoiler because I don't know it's true, right? I don't know it's true. But I think Iravetti has a big role to play in this game yet. I was thinking, because Iravetti is the Pitax king, right? And Tartuccio was from Pitax. And he went through a portal or something, or remember that we first came across him in the Sycamore thing? He put an article or an artifact through the portal, and somebody spoke to him through the portal. I think that's Iravetti, and I think he's also caught up in all of this charade somehow. I don't know exactly how, but that's the feeling I've got. Could be wrong. Don't want to be told otherwise. Just throwing it out there. Something about this Iravetti fella that might now come into effect now that we're a king ourselves. Who knows?
Our esteemed guests, Jamandi Aldori and Natala Sertova, would like to speak with you before you greet the crowd.
Oh.
Have a nice conversation. Meanwhile, I must go and prepare for the ceremony. The coronation will commence as soon as you arrive at the square.
Okay. The King of Pitax, which is west of Diamant. Okay, fine. Yes, we have seen it on the map, which makes me think we will go there at some point. Which would be kind of cool if we can go there. It'd be a big sprawling city, because we've not really been to a proper city in this game yet, where you can walk about and stuff. That would be quite cool. Do you like Baldur's Gate and stuff? You eventually got to Baldur's Gate, and it was this huge city with different areas and stuff. That would be kind of cool if there's something like that in this game. Again, not sure if there will be or not, but that would be quite nice. Anyway, let's go. Although we really, one niggling thing in the back of our heads is like, we're going to be king now, lots of decision, important things to do, and all that kind of jazz. And if there was one person that we would love to be by our side to help us to rule whilst, in our absence when we're out enjoying ourselves, if there was be somebody that we could trust to have our back, to make sure that things run smoothly, it would be our beloved Chandra. Chandra Murphy. But she left us, never to return.
You have achieved what you wanted. Your kingdom will be our common ally, and a guarantor of future peace. It's an unusual twist, but it's not the first unusual thing to happen since your appearance in Brevoy's political arena.
It's no good that she's on this side of the table, is it? We want her over the other side. Right, what are you saying, Aldori? We didn't hear what Aldori said because we were too busy focusing on Chandra and kind of saying, giving her the glad eye. We don't want to jump into bed with you, Chandra. We're just saying, come over to my side, Chandra. Come on back. What are you doing over there? What did you say, Lady Aldori? Your kingdom will be a common ally, guarantor of future peace. Is this quite unusual twist, but not for the first unusual thing to happen since your appearance? Okay, very good, yes.
Sometimes it's better to set aside needless scruples and concentrate on building a better future for your subjects. I know not what this will come to in the end, but let us try. We may never have another mediator like you.
Yes, well, I am one of a kind, Lady Satova. I am one of a kind. Right.
Believe it or not, I agree. You've become a symbol of great change. And you shall make a fine king.
Well, Lady Aldo, I thank you for your honeyed words.
Chandra Merveille will help you with that.
Huh?
She may return to your service. Don't say no to her wisdom. The crown on your head will triple your responsibilities. She can help you.
Yes! I thought she was gone forever. Honest to God, I thought she was gone forever. Well... yeah, well, where Elquist is trying to not be so overtly joyous about this news, trying to maintain his composure here. Oh, yes, well, that would be most useful, Lady Satova. Chandra Murphy did serve me well the first time around. He's like inside, he's doing cartwheels. Oh, what do we say? Yes, I hereby... That was just me, Ollie. That was me breaking character for a second there. Or maybe it wasn't, who knows. We'll accept this crown, says Elquist, sitting forward, and rule for the benefit of my subjects. There, slip of the tongue there for a second. He's not a greedy person, really. He's indifferent to the crown, but hey, if it gets the job done and we can still continue to enjoy the festivities that being in charge brings, such as private shows, your own brand of alcohol, people bowing down to you occasionally, moving your stuff away from the table when you don't want it there, all that kind of useful stuff that enhances your life. If that can continue whilst Chandra deals with the more menial stuff and we just have to check in every so often, then indeed we will accept the crown for the benefit of the subjects, naturally.
Is that so? I hope you will rule your lands with the same resolve you show today. When I decided to ally with the mayor of Restall, I was confident in my resolution. In time, I grew to question my decision. But of course, we must look always forward. Never let doubt shake your determination.
Lady Jamandi Aldori, don't you worry yourself. I have no doubts, indeed I don't. You performed a lawful good action. It's kind of, I mean, obviously they have to have a system in place for alignment, but even if you like pick a lawful good action, he's spouting it, but if he believes it is a different thing.
Anyway, it's time we discuss what benefits we may reap from this unusual situation.
Benefits?
I'm sure you have some ideas on how we might strengthen this three-way alliance.
Do we? Elquist kind of just glancing around his court here.
Our states are related today and for years to come. I support your ascent to the throne, but you must understand that this imposes upon you some obligations as well. Think carefully before you answer. Your words will define how close our states become in the future.
Yes, Lady Satova, Lady Jamandi, I promise to act as a mediating power in this entire situation. I indeed am a man of my word. I have many ideas, many, in how we can strengthen our alliance. However, now is not the time for such discussions, because I haven't got any at the moment. Now is not the time. We'll discuss them later.
Of course, we'll need to settle certain details, but this is something our advisors can attend to.
Yes, exactly.
So, this is really happening. House Sortova is forging a pact with the Sword Lords. Who could ever have imagined?
Mind mentioning any of those ideas? Who was that in the back shouting up? I don't think I heard you. We've got loads of new events. I've got a sneaking suspicion we're probably going to enter a bit of downtime period now, which actually wouldn't be a bad thing. We've got a grand tour to go on. We're the king of the land. We should really go on the tour. That's what the kings do. You know, Charles is going around, meeting people, shaking hands. We should do the same.
We are decided then. We have lingered too long already. Your people await you outside, Your Highness. It's time you emerge and greet your subjects.
Your Highness. Oh, it's got a slight ring to it, hasn't it? Right. Well, if I must. Where are you going, Chandra? Your place is here. By my side, is it not? Is she properly back? I don't know. Should we go and rest first? Remove death's door? Let's take our stag helmet off, let's be honest. Come on now. Let's get our stag helmet off. Okay, we can't remove our hood, but that'll have to be the next best thing. Alright, our people await us. Greetings, Your Highness.
Baron, what took you so long? Everybody has been waiting for you. Hurry up!
Lindsay, titles, my dear. Titles. Baron no longer, if you don't mind.
I've searched all the books, but I couldn't find anything that resembled a coronation protocol for the Stolen Lands. So, I took the liberty of penning the program myself. Don't worry, I did the very best I could.
Okay. Make it a good one, Lindsay. Make it a good one.
Citizens of the kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, it is with great excitement and indescribable awe that I, Lindsay, official chronicler of the hero who stands beside me, hereby declare the beginning of a sacred ceremony, the coronation of the first legitimate ruler in the history of the Stolen Lands. by the power of the representatives of the other royal houses who recognize him as their equal, and according to the will of the people who accepted him, he now ascends the throne, which has been waiting empty for so long, for such a worthy ruler.
Oh, Lindsay, you speak so truly, so nobly.
My fellow citizens, I hereby introduce your king and your undisputed leader. Now he stands before you, ready to accept your will. Everyone who has gathered here, are you ready to swear fealty to your new ruler?
Imagine if everybody turned around and went, no!
I swear.
We've got to perfect the art of the royal wave, you know. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Erastiel, save the king! Hail to the king!
It's quite a gathering of people. Oh, hell.
We pledge our loyalty.
Long live the king!
Oh, says Valerie. Oh, I feel bad now. We just criticised her about 3 times. Called her wooden, stiff upper lip, boring, dull as dishwater. There she is, front and centre. Long live the king. Thanks, Valerie. Hope your ears weren't burning.
Yeah, sure. How much longer are you gonna wag your tongues? It's time we start feasting in the chieftain's name.
Yes, Amelia, time for feasting and debauchery will soon come. Let me just enjoy this moment a bit longer, if you don't mind.
So it is decided. And now, it's your turn, Your Highness. Into your hands we commend our lives, and humbly request you address the fate that awaits for us under your rule. Please now answer.
All eyes on me, are they? Right.
How do you intend to rule this land and its people? With benevolence and care for those who suffer, or with strength and severity for the unworthy?
Okay, that is quite the chaotic thing to say, actually, isn't it? Perhaps with benevolence, perhaps harshly. We'll wait and see. That is definitely a chaotic option, but no. I think this is where the as I said before, this is where the thingy system doesn't obviously account for you saying one thing but perhaps thinking another. But I think this isn't too dissimilar from the truth, in that we certainly will not deny help to anyone in trouble who comes to me for aid. It's almost like the quote for, is it the Hogwarts thing? Those who seek help will receive it, or whatever the quote was. That kind of situation. Which is probably a neutral, good kind of option, I would have thought.
Will you honor the old ways and traditions, which spread through these lands long before your time? And will you abide its laws, which all accept?
Will you honour the old ways and traditions which spread? Will you abide its laws? I will abide the laws which benefit my subjects and my lands. I don't need outdated traditions or stupid laws. Wise. This country will live under the rule of law. I don't give a fig about laws. I am the law. If during breakfast I wish to hear innocents screaming on the rack, then I will hear it. Holy hell. Again, it's times like this that I really wish Godan was present. Right. No. Traditions have perhaps do serve their purpose, and if we want to be remembered in the history books, then perhaps following a tradition too might be prosperous. Pick 5, pick 5. But I will abide the laws, for I am not above the laws. Again, saying the right things, trying to garner support here. And any laws that benefit my subjects and my lands, I shall indeed follow them to the letter.
And finally, What will be the motto under which you shall rule?
The motto!
Proclaim it now for us to witness, and we shall etch this solemn moment into our hearts.
Oh, wow. A motto. Honor and law. That's a bit too wooden, that, isn't it? Hope will prevail. Mercy before law. The oath is sacred. Truth in temperance. As if we're the model of temperance. As if we are the model of temperance. The stories that have been passed around this land of mine and Reggie's nights out. Temperance, my foot. Freedom above all. Life is fleeting, but law is forever. Unfortunately, there's nothing in here about enjoying oneself. Bear with me, talk amongst yourselves, people. This is an important thing. The motto that we have to live by should be remembered by all, so it has to be something suitable. Bear with me. I'm gonna pick it. It's almost like a tongue-in-cheek joke, because surely he knows he's been in the brothels, the dance hall, the theatre, the fair. Now people know that he enjoys a good time, so I think most of the people will probably get that this is a bit of a joke. But Elquist's motto for his rule will be truth in temperance. People are like, what? Temperance? Truth. Repeat after me. Truth in temperance.
Well now. Esteemed gentlemen, fair ladies, the ceremony is complete, and now the long-awaited moment has arrived. Let us bow together and witness this solemn moment. The crown.
Oh, there's a crown? Oh, wow. Does it confer stat bonuses? Hail to the king achievement. There, he's got a crown on. I feel like I should go and get my crown from over there. Put my crown on.
Speech, Your Highness. According to tradition, we need a speech.
Have I not spoken enough? Right, very well. I shall speak.
Ladies and gentlemen, His Highness wishes to give a speech.
Just straightening his crown. Right. As Elquist steps forward, the countless faces of the crowd, so noisy, now become still, just to put the pressure on a bit. And their eyes all upon him. I don't really like any of these options, but hey. My good subjects! My only dream is to deliver peace and safety to all those of you who have put your trust in me. Something you have so desperately needed for so long. A shining example, a leader to show you the way. Your words flow as a river, sincere, benevolent and warm. The faces of the crowd light up as if a timid sun ray peeked out from behind the clouds. One onlooker, then another, wipes their eyes with a stealthy gesture, as others smile and nod with manful dignity. I believe with all my heart that justice and prosperity, who's written this for him, are rooted in law. And I swear before you this day and every day that I shall rule in accordance with the traditions and laws that serve what is good and what is right. Several people glance at you grimly and turn away in haste, trying to fade into the crowd. Probably the ne'er-do-wells. Most exchange quick looks and nod at each other, their faces solemn and sedate.
My goodness, Your Highness. I always knew you were a man of many talents, but your gift of eloquence is without equal. The king has spoken! Hail to the king!
Hail to the king!
Let His Highness's name be praised throughout the century.
That's right. Every word you said was perfect. With a ruler like this, the future of the stolen lands is looking bright.
Oh, Jod, you do make me blush.
Listen to me. By His Highness's declaration, the celebration has begun. We've heard enough speeches. Now let us enjoy the feast and raise a toast to the health of our king.
It's quite apt that she's talking about a feast, because my dinner's ready. So I too shall enjoy a feast, whilst we're celebrating our coronation. Look, there's the goblins. Where's the giant?
This was a true triumph. Forget some simple barony. Our ruler now wore the crown of a monarch. The time had come for royal feats and equally royal dangers.
So now that we become a king, we were getting a certain amount of build points from Brevoy, which is no longer going to happen. But instead of paying taxes to them, we're going to now obviously keep everything that we make. So it's a kind of a trade-off. Royal feasts and equally royal dangers. Oh boy. Right, there's going to be a bit of getting used to this, isn't there? So let me go and grab my dinner, so I too can feast away, and we'll crack on and see what's in store for King Elquist. What maladies, what incidents, what petitioners are going to come talking about their sheep that have been robbed by the next door neighbour. Oh, it's all going to kick off, isn't it? Oh dear. Where's Chandra? Okay, I'm back. And for those of you who are interested, just in case you are, it's, I don't know if you can see these, but these are homemade southern fried chicken strips and some chips with a peri-peri mayo, which has been made from a peri-peri bottles of sauce mixed with some regular mayonnaise to make a peri-peri mayo. Very nice. Anyway, we do indeed have a crown. What bonuses does it confer? Because we have to wear this wherever we go. +6 to charisma, and intelligence, and wisdom, and a +2 resistance bonus to saving throws against compulsion effects. What does this do? +1 attack against flat-footed and flanked. You know what? We're wearing a crown, people. Wherever we go, this thing is not being removed from our head. Simple as that. This thing is staying on. That stag helmet has seen the test of time, but really now it's an eyesore, let's be honest. There you go. Flaming dagger robe of the master, and a crown on our head. What more do we need to say about this? Not much else, if you ask me. Perfect. Absolutely flipping perfect. Right. Get the crown. What, do you mean my crown from over there? Right. It's kind of... I'm not... Obviously, I know eventually you're going to have to end the festivities, but I kind of feel like we've just had this grand thing, this grand address, and when it's all over, we're left on our own outside. I think the next transition point should have been at some kind of a feast or something. We've kind of just been left here. Maybe he wanted some time to gather his thoughts. You go and enjoy yourselves. I'll join you shortly. I just wish to drink it all in, to be honest with you. It's been a bit of a whirlwind situation. But there he is. King Elquist. Is that it? Is that it? Where's my feast? Where's my feast? What's going on? Ah, Chandra! Chandra's back! Right, okay. Okay. We're knackered. We've feasted off, obviously, in the transition scene, I'm assuming then everybody's feasted, been merry, we've had poor tops till it's going out of fashion, and we've done what we need to do, and now we're off to bed. Obviously. Got a little bit of jiggery-pokery to do now. A lot of kingdom management. I think, I could be wrong, but I think we're probably in a period of downtime. Go to our journal. We've done the twice-born warlord. We've literally also done most of these. This will trigger eventually. This triggers in 161 days. This will also trigger eventually. Oh, but Chemo wants us to pay him a visit, so we can do that. But other than that, we're kind of free now to enjoy ourselves, and, well, the first order of business is going to be going on a grand tour. Yeah? Grand tour? Of course it is. So we are now in between chapters. Happy days. So what we're going to do first is we're going to sell some crap. Then we're going to do kingdom management. Then we're going to go around and talk to every single one of our companions, just in case I've got something else to say, now that we're the king. And then we're going to go on a grand tour to finish things off. So, quite a lot to do, really. Unfortunately. Nothing gratefully exciting, but this is the nature of business, really. We've had exciting for 2 chapters in a row. Now, I'm actually quite happy to have a bit of downtime. Tribal fetishes, sky metal cogwheels. 5 pieces of something or other. Right, where's our treasurer? Here he is. Okay, let's go for selling. Sell the crap. Got all that right. So we can do it. We can do this properly now. So you can go through and do get rid of executioner. Anything that's named, we're going to keep. Anything that's not named, we're going to sell. So we just go through this little procedure. We keep the cold iron war axe +3 simply because that means that we get if we get an enemy that can be only killed by cold iron, we have something there. Executioner +2 human bane Morningstar. We've got chainmail +4, which could be useful. Protector's robe, which is a monk, lawful good monk item, which clearly we're not going to use. And I've just sold something that I didn't intend to sell, which is the vest of 100 pockets, which of course we're not selling because Elquist makes good use of that. We're going to sell these +1 natural armors. Keep the +2. Cloak of the Bear we'll keep. Amulet of the 4 Elements we'll keep. That we'll keep for old time's sake. This Korgath Shackle Fury could be good for Valerie. She is lawful. Belt Giant Strength +4. Do we need 2 of them? Maybe, I don't know. Any protection +2. Put them in the stash. These things we don't tend to sell. And then we've got these things, which is all to be put in the stash and all of them. 31,000. I'll do. We're also going to have to tweak our party because we're going to bring Knock Knock back into it, and in the next session, which will be a recorded session after I've finished this, Don Fear shall make a return. I don't have time to level him up now, but for the next session, I think we'll bring Don Fear in for one of our grand tours. Maybe we'll bring Don Fear in for our grand tour of Glenabon. I know you've been dying for his return. I can sense it. So yeah, he's coming soon. He's coming soon. Coming to a place near you. Right, we'll keep that. Get rid of that. Look at all this crap. Paragon of Winter situational. Get that. That. Keep them. Get rid of them. I also have to figure out... Oh, what the hell? Giant scrambled egg with Chambletus. I forgot about the Chambletus. I forgot about that. Right, okay, is that everything? That's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So we are ready to rock and roll. And there we go. Look at that. Got a... Do you know what? It's not that bad actually doing it like this. All this time in between sessions I've been messing around with trying to order my inventory manually, and actually it's quite serviceable like this. I don't know what's worse, me shunning Reggie for so long and figuring out that actually he's far better than Valerie, or me trying to manually sort an inventory for 100 hours of this game to realise that actually doing it with the features that come with it is actually, who would have thought it, quite useful. Good lord. So Chandra bows. King, it's good to see you. Yes, so she's here, but can she serve as an advisor? Or is she here not to be an advisor, but just to advise outside of an advisory position? If that makes sense. So we're going to ask her if she would consider taking a position again. And she says, yes, of course she does. Woohoo! Sorry, Tristan. Sorry about this, but I'm going to fire you now. Right, Justice of the Crowd, triumph for Valerie. Well done, Vals, well done. But you're still being kicked to the curb. Sorry about that. It's, we're having a reshuffle of our cabinet, if you don't mind. Righty-ho. Everything is ready for the coronation. Success. We've got some stuff happening here. We've got events. We've got projects. Let's get to the good stuff, shall we? Yeah, to the good stuff. Where are you? There you are. Oh, he's hunting for more land. Oh. Can you hurry up, please? Tristan, if you don't mind, flipping find this fugitive so I can fire you from position. Right. 6 projects. Jesus Christ almighty. Let's just take a breather, see what we've got going on. So Lindsay's got 4 days left on hers. Rigogna, or Reggie for sure, has got 11 days left on his. That's a curse, no? No, this is Mungut's Drunken Rage. We've got 2 outstanding events which should be tackled first. Bread and Circuses, which is an opportunity which only the storyteller can do, actually. So we'll have to wait for that one. Expires in a little bit of time, so you've got some time on that one. He's got 41 days left until he gets back. Which basically will be cutting it fine, because there's 31 days plus 7 He's 38. He's not going to make it back in time to do this, funnily enough. He's not going to make it back in time to do this. It is only an opportunity, though, so we don't have to worry too much about it. So that might have to be missed. Look into the future. A talented astrologist and prophet wishes to express his personal gratitude, and we don't have the right advisor position for that, which must be the Grand Magister. Is it the Grand Magister that's outstanding? I think so. Oh, look! Look! Look, 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 look! We've got our motto up here. Truth in temperance. I like it. Right, events we can't do. Fine. Right, projects. Rank up projects. Not yet. Economy-based projects. Okay, interesting. Trade agreement with Satova we can't do anymore. It's too late in the game. Pillaging the temple, no. Rebuilding the Temple of the Elk gives us a additional gives us an additional buff or whatever. Trade agreement with Miven, again 1 BP per week. Not that good, really, is it? Enchant when we can buy BP points, like they're going out of fashion. Enhanced border control. Interesting. Let's have a look at this one. We've managed to maintain good relations with both Satova and Aldori, and can now put this partnership to good use. Provide a +2 bonus to resolve any situation that develops in the regions along the Brevin border. Improves relations by 10. Okay. Yeah, we can be down with that one. Strategic partnership with Brevoy. Now, when the kingdom is strong and prosperous, we can discuss strategic partners with Brevoy. Effect. Increase economy and relations by 7 and provides 1 BP per week for each relation rank above 6. So that's one to probably do a little bit further down the line, because our relations rank is rank 1 right now. So we're not going to get the full benefit of this strategic partnership just yet. So we'll put that on the back burner for now. But we do want this border control one. Enhanced trade with New Stetven. Increases settlements income by +1 when trading with Satova. We're not trading with Satova because we didn't do it. I'm assuming it's talking about this. So because we haven't got that, does that mean that we can't benefit from this? Increases each settlement's income by +1 when trading with Satova. Can anybody confirm that? I think that's relating to to that, which we don't have, so yeah, each settlement's income by +1. There's the different settlements. Yeah, we can't do that because we don't have trade with Satova. So these two not good really. Trading with Restov. So this one might be better then. So every region along the Brevin border with a non-military upgrade provides 2 BP per week. Non-military upgrade. We don't go for military upgrades, right? We don't have any military buildings. We don't have any forts. We don't have any watchtowers. Usually, we just go for the fun things that Elquist likes, which isn't anything to do with military buildings. So that could be useful. And it doesn't cost anything other than time. So we're going to go for that one as well. So this can be done by Delgado. This one can be done by Valerie. And that would be those two done. There's a new curse. Armag curse, which Jod has to do. There's Aldori here. It refers to the region upgrades, not settlements. Well, we have no region upgrades at all, so it will help us now, but I don't. Okay, Thank you for the clarification. So that means it'll still be useful for us now, and we just have to remember that along the Breboy border, don't put any military upgrades. Aldori Fighting School. She's eager to send Sword Lord mentors to your lands as a token of support and friendship. All military academies in the kingdom provide an additional bonus of +3. All Sword Lord academies in the kingdom provide an additional... Nah. We don't need those. Thank you very much. So all of these new things are no use, no ornament to us, really. And of course, we can now claim Glenabon. So there's 2 claims here. We can claim the Diurnal Marches, and now we can claim Glenabon too. So I think that's going to be our first act after we've spoken with all of our companions, make sure everything's okay. First act is to claim the Diurnal Marches, see what transpires, and then we're going to head out on a grand tour. Yeah, grand tour. Right. Interesting. Look at all these cards, man. All these cards. Right, economy. Trading with the rest of... No. So which one did we say? We said... Trade with Mivan. No. Oh, God. Sorry. This one. Enhanced border control. +2 bonus to resolve any situation that develops in the regions along the Brevin border. Okay, so Valerie's off to do that. Going to cost a little bit of BP and 30 days to solve, but it's time well spent. Trade agreement, strategic partnership. Not just yet, we might do that a bit later. Enhanced trade, no. Trading with the rest of... Oh, non-military upgrade, yes. Extra 2 BP per week. Well, we don't have that just yet, so that'll be useful to have right now. Start that project now, and that's free, but just takes a bit of time. So that's all of the economy projects done. Training, no. Curses, no. Other, no. Regions, yes, but we'll get to that. Right, that's kingdom management done. So I'm going to eat my dinner now. I'll mute myself. And then we're just going to go around and talk to literally everybody. So you're going to have to read if there's any conversation. I do apologise, but my dinner's going cold here, so I have to do something. So here goes. This is King Elquist meeting his people. The people that he knows very well, of course, but still. He's got a crown on his head now, you know.
How may I serve you, Your Highness?
He likes it in our party! You have a fine gang of lunatics here! Okay, I have to stop eating for this moment, actually. I didn't realise this was a thing. This is worthy of stopping munching one's chicken strips here. Okay, so Reggie has just called Elquist pretty. Which, to be fair with you, I mean, look at him. He is rather dashing. You know, half-elven. So he gets the best of both worlds. He's young, fair of feature, I didn't even realise that this was I mean, obviously, I know romances are a thing in this game, but I haven't given any real thought to how Elquist views anybody particularly. He was having a wee flirt with Octavia at one point, but it is rather interesting because I have been commenting actually how well we have been getting on with Reggie, attending the brothels and the dance halls and enjoying one's company, and he's laughed at his jokes, and he's even also started to talk a little bit like him, has Elquist. Remember back in Armag's Tomb, he talked about punching the gatekeeper's face. He would never talk like that normally. And this is the kind of behaviours that happen when you're influenced by somebody, right? So it does make me now wonder, now that this has happened, has Elquist been a happy-go-lucky, kind of happy-chappy, chaotic-y kind of person? Interesting. Commenting here on... I thought you were with Octavia, actually. Wouldn't she be jealous? Oh boy. Octavia and I are connected, and this connection cannot be broken. We grew into each other, you know. Jealousy is for weak cowards who don't trust each other and are scared of being tricked. If a knight on the side threatens your love, that just means there was no real love there to be. Is what, you suggesting a fling? A knight on the side? She and I are together to the end, and we will never part from each other. So when she likes some lad or some lass, it is no drama to me. I just ask her whether she wants me to leave them alone or join in. Oh, flipping hell. You know, oh my God, I dare not speak it. And she does the same. Oh, hell, fire and brimstone. A night of debauchery indeed. Good grief. I've got visions of threesomes here. Sorry to lower the tone, but the game is doing it. Too much portops one night, tending the brothel or the dance hall, whichever takes our fancy. You know, a few drinks in, Octavia joins us. Good Lord, give me strength. No, there is no need to be afraid of my Octavia's jealousy, but beware of her tenderness. Ha ha ha! Not everyone can handle her. Okay, I think we're going to get locked into a decision if we take either or. Good night, Ollie. I think we're going to get locked into a decision, aren't we? So if we say the top answer, it keeps... I don't know if it's going to trigger a romance or keep the romance on the table. And if we pick the second option, I'm assuming it would cut the romance completely. Which we don't want to do, let's be honest. You know, why shut out fun to be had down the line when you can keep it on the table just, you know, if the mood takes you a bit later on. So Elquist just testing the old waters here. Oh, Jesus. He's approached us closely and locks eyes. And what if it's not a joke? Well, I'm joking. Oh, am I? Oh, my God. He's a funny one. Oh, that's interesting. But that... I'm joking. Or am I? Leave Elquist completely... A gasp here. Oh, yeah, okay, fine. Oh, what a character. Right, Elquist trying to change the subject quickly here. Tell me about yourself. I'll continue to eat my dinner now. Right, sorry about that. I'm now back. Okay, so we got a little bit of background about Reggie there and his tattoos and his power, and he cracked a few jokes as he always does. And Tristan has just told us a little bit about how he was captured by Nerissa. Alright, very good. Valerie? Anything to say, Valerie? She's like, well, why don't you take me with you anymore? Well... Oh yes, there was a bit of an issue, wasn't there, with her being a bit uptight and falling out with the storyteller and Lindsay. So yeah, just showing our concern and checking in to see how she's been getting on with those two. Well, satisfactory. It appears that the storyteller has thought it best to leave me alone, which I do not mind at all. Lindsay... I expect I'll never have any influence over her inappropriate enthusiasm about her book. Yes, and I don't think you should have any influence about her enthusiasm for her book, seeing as that book has me as a star centerpiece. There's only one person that should have influence over that book other than Lindsay, and that is clearly me. But thank you for the conversation. Who else would wish to have? Yeah, exactly. This is permanent constitution drain and permanent charisma drain, I've just realised. So we're going to have to use restoration to get rid of those. Yeah, it's rather irksome. We can do that in due course. In fact, we should have done that as we rested with Tristian. I should have memorised the restoration spells, rather, before we rested, because I don't intend to rest again before we go on our grand tour. But anyway, speaking with Ecundio probably won't yield much. Okay, that's fine. So interesting. Some slight developments with Reggie there, which were completely unexpected. What got Elquist thinking? And now we're going to go and see if we can find anybody else to speak to that we've missed. We've missed Octavia. We've missed Knock Knock. We've missed... Who else have we missed out? Harim, who we will speak to now, actually. Simply because we actually know that some kind of powerful force courses through his veins that allows him to break things. Suddenly he's gone up in our estimations a little bit. Still a miserable sod, but hey, he's got some powers, and we might be able to. We might need to use those at some point. So we better keep him on our good side all of a sudden. Right, there's Knock Knock, and there's Harim. We'll visit Harim first. I never thought I'd actually physically say that. We'll visit Harim first. Will we? Apparently we will. We're a king now. We've turned a new leaf. And there's Harim. Look at that. Just gazing out over the land. Look at it. Beautiful, right? Elquist ambles up alongside him. Harim's probably a bit taken aback. I mean, when was the last time Elquist stood and talked to him? Probably thinks, what have I done? Lovely view, Harim, isn't it? Yes, so you have the divine gift of the touch of the Unmaker, then? We just try to make it sound like passing conversation and not that we're trying to tap into his power for our own good. I've never heard of any such thing. But you saw with your own eyes what happened. The paladin's words had the ring of truth. But what could this mean for me? Who gave me this gift? Torag or Grotus? And for what purpose? What should I do with it? Questions keep rushing into my mind. Countless. Everything is so confusing. So strange and inconceivable. Well, have you ever regretted your decision to abandon Torag and start work? Well, why would Elquist, don't open a can of worms, please! Your question might seem offensive, Elquist, but I am not offended. I realise you ask it because you wish to learn more about... No, I was just merely passing conversation whilst looking out across my land, actually, but hey. Torag betrayed me, Elquist. All he's ever done was look down with contempt on all my futile efforts to please him. I crafted armour plates, but they fell apart with a single strike of a fist. I smithed swords, but they broke at the hilt. Torag's priests used to say that such failures were the curse of their uncompromising deity. Looks like he's going to tear his beard out. It was Grotus who opened my eyes. He showed me that failure is a manifestation of his will. The end time is near. Death is upon us all. And every failure is just another step towards it. Torag's curse is only half the reason for my failure. The other half is the blessing of Grotus, which I have been born from early childhood. So the short answer to your question is no. I've never regretted opening my soul to Grotus. Well, Arim, thanks for the conversation, but I just realised I've got kingly things to do. Sorry about that. Bloody hellfire. It's supposed to be a happy time for us. Recently coronated, he's dragging the mood down. It's our own fault, right? We shouldn't have approached the damn fella. But we thought we'd try to turn a new leaf. Right, Reggie and Octavia are stood together. Somewhere down here.
No mistakes.
There they are. Let's talk to Octavia. Smiling at Elquist flirtatiously. Do you regret letting Janusz escape? Elquist asking. No, well, maybe just a bit. Of course, it's bad that he's free and able to keep hurting people, but to sacrifice people dying in front of you just to save the people Janusz might hurt in the future? That would be insane. And getting revenge just for the sake of revenge? No, not at that price. Thank you for supporting me when I needed it. I was one small step away from leaving them behind to chase Janusz. And like we told Reggie, we shall tell Octavia too. You know, as your rightful king, and as a dear friend I would hope at this point, you should know, of course, that I'm always here to support you. Of course! But you know, if I ever get it in my head to do something stupid or vile, don't support me then. Better yet, knock some sense into me. I'll definitely thank you later. Yes, very good, very good. Come any time, she says. Yes, perhaps the three of us should visit one of the local haunts one evening. Drinks on me as the king. Drinks were always on us, even as the Baron, but hey. Right, let's go see what Knock Knock's doing. Down here somewhere. Old Knock Knock. It's been a while since he's been in the party, been ditched. Been ditched for a Mary recently. Where is he? Oh, there he is. One of his ears perks up at our approach. Yes, Knock Knock. I just thought I'd check in. I haven't heard much about the goblins since the trading post. Happen to know where they are? Hiding, sneaking. Goblins good at hiding and sneaking. You will hear from us soon. You no worry. The way he says that, I think we really should be worrying. Fine. Make sure you do let me know whenever there's a murmur. I would hate to be surprised in my own land, after all. My own capital. Right, I think that's everybody, companion-wise, that we have to speak to. Yeah, pretty much. Have we spoke to everybody? Well, obviously we never speak to Jathal. We never. Not that we hold a grudge. We're not a grudge-holding person, but ever since she made those comments to us when we first met in front of Lady Aldori in the very first episode, We've never forgiven her. But we don't hold a grudge. Of course we don't. Oh, I love it when the people bow down. Simple pleasures. Right then. Kingdom management and then a grand tour, and that'll take us to the end of the session. Right then. I think it's time for us to add some more lands to the mix. We got a bit of time to pass, so let's go and claim the Diurnal Marches with a Cundio. 200 BP. Let's purchase those BP points so that we. In fact, let's purchase 350, just because we can. 350. 28 grand. We can more than afford it. And that should now. Yep, 713. Let us claim the Diurnal Marches. 14 days to resolve, 200 BP. Let's go! Start the claim. Ooh, there's been a lair. I think we might have found Morlan. Hopefully there's no time limit on this, because we seem to have skipped 14 days right as it happened. Right, a drunken giant that continues to scare our peasants twice over. And we've declared the Diurnal March as part of our kingdom. And we've got 11 events! Holy flipping moly, what's going on here? Look at our kingdom, how big it is. And with every new kingdom comes a new village that needs to be named. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So with our 9th settlement, we should be able to get another town, I think. But anyway, Diurnal Marches. That's the South now Marches. Where's the Diurnal Marches? There. What's this here? Dire. Right, how do we go to the map? Can we zoom in? How do we pick a settlement location again? I've forgotten. Oh, whale hunt opportunity disaster. Hey, Lindsay! I thought, did we? She forgot to give them their travelling papers. Oh, Lindsay. It's a typical Lindsay thing to do, that. We didn't manage to do this one. We didn't have anybody available. Oh, we did have... We could have done that one, but we skipped 14 days. Never mind. And we have successfully sorted out Mungunk's bloody drunken rage, and Reggie, no less, has exiled him from our lands. And we've probably got back as much as we've lost in terms of our points that he's caused chaos with. Okay, 8 events. Carry out the investigation for the mysterious disappearance of a craftsman from the capital. Morlan's current location has been discovered, so we can actually do that now. It's pretty cool. And now we've got 8 events. 8 events. 1 economy event. Restoration of the Silver Shield Fortress. Ah, it's come back around again. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Let's go through these events very quickly. Slum Dwellers. Opportunity. We won't check those out just yet. The walls have ears. Spies. Problem. Deal with the problems first, of course. Illicit hunters. Poachers. Problem. Sounds like a job for a Cundio, that. Alina begs for an audience. Oh, Alina. She's the tavern person, right? Troubled minds. Problem. Needs dealing with. We'll do that in due course. A high society wedding opportunity. Interesting. Lindsay wants an audience, and the high priest seeks an audience. So that's 3 people that wish to speak to us. So without further ado, we'll get to those guys in a second. But how do we claim? How do we? There we go. So the Diurnal Marches. Let's see where we can spread out our land. So we've got the North Nile Marches there, which is a teleportation area. I think we need to go and get a settlement that's kind of close-ish to a river, but it's got a bit of spread about it. The Southern Nile Marches, we've got a settlement here. So let's get a settlement that's kind of there-ish. Is that a little bit out of the way? Could go here. But then we've got the southern... No, do you know what? No, well, if we have to travel there, it might be easier to travel here. Quite like here, to be honest with you. Right, Direburg. Jesus. If anybody's still left out there, then if you want to give me a name for this new founding settlement in the Dire Nile Marches, then shout out if you will. And it has to be in line with the common naming theme, which is the blatantly obvious for Elquist. It's in the Dire Nile Marches. So anybody got any ideas? If not, I'll have to come up with something remotely simple, with dire in the title, no doubt. What is it? They call us what? Direburg? Dire Straits? Isn't that the name of a band or something? The Dire Straits? Trying to... Give me a second. Do 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 do. The Dire Straits were a rock band. So do you know what? Kind of a bit of play on words, because many a time has Elquist found himself in dire straits. God, there you go. We got a new village, which we're now going to enter. And we're probably going to have to visit, because if we visit it, we'll probably unlock the artisans. So we have to visit the Dire Straits at some point. But between now and then, let us get ourselves some of our customary buildings, which consist of the following. We will build a wall to give the people... How do we build things now? There we go. We'll build a wall. That's the first thing. The second thing is we always build a brewery to brew our port hops, and a tavern, of course. So we'll go brewery first, followed by the tavern. Okay, which goes there. And what else we got? Brewery, tavern. We always have the shop as well, adjacent to the tavern, which is the shop that sells the port ops to the locals and to any tourists. Shrine no, smithy no, watchtower no, windmill no. That's it? A wall and 3 buildings? Oh, the dance hall was what we're missing. I knew we were missing something, but until we go through that period of time where the game checks our alignment again and realises that we're back to being chaotic, the dance halls are no longer available to us. So we shall have to wait for that, which is rather unfortunate. So we won't be visiting here in a hurry, or if we do, we won't be staying. There's hardly any entertainment here. So yeah, we'll get a dance hall eventually, and of course we'll probably get an artisan building or 2 as well. We could go for a watchtower, in fact, over there. Seems like a decent place for a watchtower, and espionage is quite difficult to start to rank up, so we'll go for that as well. But that should be pretty much it for this place in terms of buildings. So we have the Dire Straits, Now, we could claim Glenabon whilst we're at it, but I don't want to skip too much time too quickly, so we'll hold off on claiming Glenabon for now. So, yes, quite happy with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to hear the petitions, see what they have to say for themselves, and we'll take it from there. We were just relaying our instructions to the illustrious Frederick, who we haven't spoken about for a while. Pretty solid. Did your choice of temperance motto change your alignment? I doubt it, but we'll check out. We'll check out our alignment actually. This is Jod. Your Highness, we need another advisor. The High Magister, you mean the final position, who we can hopefully give to Tristian. In fact, Tristian should be back now, right? Let's get Chandra on the case. What am I doing? Right. Yes. Issues of magic. He can't handle the extra responsibility. Very good. Oh, and another thing. A delegation of Nethys worshippers has come to us from Absalam. They've dragged a miniature of some magical library with them. They say they want to build it here in your capital. If I were you, I'd send them back the way they came. We've enough on our plate without the crazy projects of a crazy god. We shall build. What does it do? +2 to arcane and +2 to relations. Okay, that's not gonna affect my decision. A library of magic to spur the development of mystical arts. I don't think that's a bad thing. We've embraced the Magi's teleportation circle, of which we have had more than a few drunken teleportation parties in our time, and our good treasurer is a renowned expert magician, and he's proved to be quite able in his abilities, and I'm sure at some point Donfia would chirp up as well. So do you know what? I think we shall build this library of magic. Yeah, the development of the mystical arts could be very handy. You know. Why the hell not? Oh, as you wish, but with Erastil as my witness, this will not lead to much good. It'll be fine. Free building. Nethys' library. Jod's not happy. But I'm a king, and you'll do as I ask. Oh, Elena, how are you? Her face is pale and her red hair's a mess. We're asking how she is, just to be polite. You look a fright, my dear. It's awful, Your Grace. Ekun is Ekun is missing? Now that is awful. Jesus, what do you mean missing? He's our prized bloody damage dealer. He was happy for a while after our fest. Things were going well, but then he started feeling down, restless. His thoughts may have turned to his family again, and then this Natavi kept turning up. And the more he talked to her, the worse it got. She was whispering something into his ear, and he kept ordering more and more wine. Then last night, they left the inn, armed to the teeth. I tried to stop them, but I couldn't. They haven't been back since. This is dire straits. Where do you think they may have gone? If only we knew for sure, Your Grace. There is one spot, though, a bridge over the Gudrun River. Travellers have gone missing there, and they say it might be the work of giants. Natavi was close when some woodcutter told me about it, and I'm thinking maybe this woman dragged Ekun there. Oh, no. Right. You did very well coming to warn me. I'm very grateful, and I shall set off to find them immediately. You're damn right, immediately. This is Ekundia we're talking about here. Rovagug's Jaws. They confront to Rovagug's Jaws. Who the hell's Rovagug? What books you been reading? Yes. Well done, Alina. Thank you for warning me. Praise Erastil. Thank you, Your Grace. Yeah, Ekun's no longer present here. Who's this? What the flippin' hell? A young man has literally just run in the throne room, torn, muddy clothes. He's run right past the desk, almost invaded our private space. Your Grace, pray Shellin, I made it here alive. I beg you, please help us. Excuse me. Do you mind? Could you step back round the table? Alondi? What in the hell's are you doing here? Do you know this dishevelled man? Oh, Lindsay, I'm so glad to see you. Forgive me, Your Grace, for my lack of decorum. My name is Alondi. I attended the Petaxing Academy of Grand Arts with Lindsay. Our teacher, Eobald the Insightful, has been forced to flee the wrath of King Iravetti, along with a group of his students. We almost made it to the capital, but we were caught. Only I managed to escape to find help. What do you mean? Professor Eobald is in trouble? Elquist, we have to help. Oh, for God's sake. We'll have to help after we've helped a country away. Who is this Eobald the Insightful? He's a prominent researcher, a gatherer of myths and legends, author of many essays on history and literary theory. Any cultured ruler would be glad to welcome such a beacon of learning. I thought he was about to say any cultured ruler would have heard of him. At that point, his help would have been gone. Professor Eobald was one of the wisest people in the whole academy. Maybe in all the River Kingdoms. I knew the king would kick him out sooner or later. Like I told you, Iravetti isn't interested in sages and scientists. He just wants bootlickers and toadies. So why exactly have you run away? Remind me. Explain yourself. King Iravetti is a jealous ruler. He doesn't intend to hand the title of the region's cultural capital over to anyone. He may have thrown our teacher out of the academy, but he would rather see Eobald dead than working for any of Pitax's neighbours. And if the refugees return to Pitax, they won't be spared the chopping block. Yeah. And perhaps why did you send word in advance? Iravetti has spies everywhere. If our teacher had tried to contact you, we wouldn't have made it out at Pitax at all. And why come to, why come to my lands? Because obviously it's my lands. The land of milk and honey. Lindsay? It's not important right now. We need to save Professor Eobald as soon as possible. Where will we find Eobald and his students? Iravetti's thugs caught up with us near a giant tree. A sycamore. Everybody's eyes roll. Oh, not there again. If you go immediately, you should have time to intercept them. Fine. We shall help your teacher. Now, go take yourself to the tavern, have a drink, and then come back. Chandra, shot this man some clothes out, and we will return soon. Thank you, Your Grace. Thank you. You won't regret it. I'll hurry back to the tree. Oh, you're going back to the tree? Fine. Don't take my hospitality. I can't believe Iravetti actually kicked out Professor Eobald. Well, it's his loss. We'll save him. Just don't go without me. I miss my old teacher terribly. Anything else that is to be brought to my attention whilst I'm here? Find Ekun. Right, priorities. Ekun first. Sycamore one-liners coming from Reggie in short order. He did spring to my mind as soon as I saw that Sycamore was the next location. Oh my god, turncoats. Oh, it's all kicking off here. It's all kicking off. The word woman has some disturbing news. And Lindsay's audience. Right, projects. What's this? Support the High Priest's endeavours. This is a level up. Ranking up. Encounter. It's the only additional project. And we have a spare slot. The Magister. Which would be perfect for Donvir. But anyway, let's get Chandra in. Come on, Chandra. Has she suffered a bit with her ranking up? Because we ranked her up a few times, didn't we? Has that reset? Seems a little bit on the low side, that to me. But anyway, regardless, she's back with a bang, baby. And now, Octavia! Well, my dear, welcome to the land of the councillors. She will make an able magister. Her and Reggie. Oh, and Mary's back as well. Should we get rid of Reggie for a Mary? Of course we shouldn't. What utter lunacy do I speak? So we have a full council of 8 councillors. Or is it 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 councillors. A full deck. Say it carefully. Righty-ho. We've got a full deck. And I'll sort the ranking. I'll sort it out in the next session, alright? I want to get and doing. I want to do some missioning, some questing. At least before we finish. So we've got stuff that we need to attend to. Why have we got a book here? Pathfinder's Law. Okay, excellent. Right. Let us go to the journal here. We need to find Ekun. The bridge over Gudrun River is where we need to go. We've been there before, and I don't think it's too far. And Eobald is near the old sycamore. Okay. Oh, and we need to arrest Morhalan. Because we found his hideout on the edge of the North Nile Marches. So that's 3 quests that we can do in one trip, really. With the art of teleportation. We should be able to do all 3 of those quite quickly. And also chemo, whilst we're in the Nile Marches, taking care of Morhalan. We can also speak to chemo too. Wow! Busy little bees, my friends. Busy little bees. Oh, look, Octavia's now inside. So whenever you appoint somebody as a council member, they hang out in here, naturally. In their council positions. But the others have to hang out outside. Let's go. The question I have, though, is what on earth are we going to do with our party? So Reggie, Amiri, Elquist, Lindsay. It's got to be Knock Knock. I won't mind taking Dom for you, but he's not leveled up yet and I have to level him up off camera. Knock Knock is level 12, so I don't have to level him up now. I can level him up off camera too, because I'm not sure what I want to get next with him, but he's at least got enough to keep going. Oh, he hasn't got enough! I ain't given him his equipment. I ain't given him his equipment yet. Have you still got your equipment, mate? Oh, he's still kind of got his equipment. He's got his masterwork cookeries. But surely we can give him some better weapons than that. Is that his best weapon? Weapon specialization, cookery. Finesse training with cookery, yeah. Have we ever come across any decent cookeries in our time that I just glossed over because I'm like, I don't need one of them? We might have to have a look around in some of the shops that we've already visited to see if there's any better cookeries than this, because I mean, he's a decent addition to the party. I expect to be using quite often. Yeah, weapon focused cookery. But anyway, I think he's got enough. He's got enough in his inventory for us to be satisfied that he's kind of semi-decent. Yeah, 31 AC. He's got his weapons, got all of his rings and stuff. Yeah, he's fine. Belt of Mighty Con. Probably could upgrade that a little bit, but hey. Right, okay. Gonna have to sort our little formation out, but we've got a full party of mainly melee characters. Interestingly enough. Right, so we've got the Poacher's Hideout, which is where Morhalan is. The old Sycamore is there. The Gudrun River is here. Of course, we have to go to the Gudrun River first because, hey, it's Secundio. I thought they said that the Poachers were in the Northern Nile Marches. This is not the Northern Nile Marches. There it starts. Riverside. Skunk Town. I think Skunk Town is where yeah, I think Skunk Town is where what's his face is. We can teleport there actually. You know what? Let's just quickly teleport to Skunk Town. Simply because this is where Chemo is, I think. So we might as well just back this off nice and quick with an instant teleportation. Oh, that's Shirel.
All according to plan.
Oh yeah, the Chemo Tavern. There he is. Good day. Did you want to ask me something, Chemo? You won't believe this. It's about her. She finally agreed to go on a date with me. I need to get ready. A hunter I know said that you only need one thing to woo a lady. A gift. Maybe an emerald necklace would do, but I wouldn't even know where to start looking for such a thing. Please help me. I will repay you, I promise. He's asking a king to go and find him a gift for a date. But he's one of our artisans, I suppose. What do you need exactly? Well, I don't know really, but surely something that can't be found in every shop or roadside tavern. So he wants a gift, but he don't know what he wants the gift to be. Why did you want that flower so bad? Okay, he's going to tell us why he wanted the flower. For his date, no doubt, right? What? You're going to tell me a what? Well, say not up. Chemo! Alright, alright. I am in love with a lady in the forest. Yeah, well, I'm very happy for you. Thank you. If only I could be happy as well. That flower was for her. I can't tell you who she is, but she had hidden herself from me, and that's what darkens my days. Okay, fine. What the hell? Oh, it was an emerald necklace. Have we got an emerald necklace? No. Where on earth are we going to find an emerald necklace? Well, what's happened to my formation? We've got one tank. We've got no dog. But we've got a Mary in the middle, ready to chop and hack. We've got Elquist a little bit further back. We've got Knock Knock a little bit further back on the flanks, ready to pounce. And then we've got the two ranged squishies in a kind of that type of situation. Looks like a decent formation to me. You reckon?
Follow my lead.
Ah, fantastic. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, let's keep an eye out for an emerald necklace, shall we? If we find one, Chemo, you'll be the first person we think of. We'll have to check our thing as well. Check our stash, just in case we've, I don't know, got one that we just thrown in for laugh. Bridge over Gudrun River. Right, here we go. Urgent business. Urgent business. For Ekon has gone missing. And we must find him quickly. Where is he? We'll just kind of walk along the bridge and hope that he's on the bridge and not hidden away somewhere. First Reggie flirting, now this Joker sending us on errands, and meanwhile our archer extraordinaire is out there on some kind of date on his own, apparently hunting giants. This is the romance chapter. This is what happens when you've got a bit of downtime to think. Your thoughts turn to other pursuits. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What on earth is happening? Oh my god, seriously? Ekon, what on earth are you doing?
That is not.
No, help Ekon first. Ekon, what in the blue blazes do you think you're bloody well doing? I'll get to this in a second. Oh boy, hill giant, hello.
As it should be.
Not used to lighting enemies on fire first.
I kind of miss Knock Knock because I just love his attack of opportunity stuff that he gets. He does insane damage. As much as a Miri... Yeah, Knock Knock's back in the party permanently. Ekon is so tired he looks barely able to speak. Elquist. Natavi greets you with a nod. I'm glad you decided to join us, Your Highness. We're staring at her with a face like thunder. Obviously she's led him astray here. Almost to his death, if that giant had clubbed him one. Reggie, however, is grinning from ear to ear. Well, we can't leave all the fun for you two. Now what the hell? Is this Alina? What the hell's... Oh God, so much blood! What happened here? Ekon, I was so worried. This is like surreal. Where have you been all this time? Alina, how did you get here? I've followed you, Your Highness. I couldn't wait any longer. I almost decided to come by myself, but then I saw you walking out the city gate, and, oh, Alina! You could have been robbed, or eaten by monsters, or both at the same time. Not that the difference would matter. Why take such a risk? Ekon, in the name of Erastil, stop! I can't imagine how bitter you must feel now, but you can't wash away your grief with blood. You have to say farewell to your family, honour their memory, and let the gods have mercy on their souls. Only then will you be able to start a new life. Please, let's all go home. I know she's got a crush on the man, but this is bordering on the ridiculous. Ekon, where have you been? Like a naughty child. Ekon, where have you been all this time? Hunting. Killed the first two, the others ran away, but we drove them here again. We can't waste time. The giants could escape again. We need to finish what we started. I don't like her tone. And why exactly, Ekon, did you leave? Without saying a word? I've been worried sick. To pay for... Did I ask you? I don't believe I did. Be quiet. What are you saying? I knew it was you pouring poison into Ekon's ears. Her eyes flare with malicious fire. What can a city wench know of lives like ours? Darvy's right. For each drop of your blood they shed, you got to take 3 times that from them. Okay. Like we said last time, we kind of let him make his own decision. I seem to recall we let him make his own decision at the feast about something. Do we at this point trust that he's able to make a decision that's not going to get him killed at this point? Do we wish to take charge and maybe try to convince him one way or another? He's a clever guy. He's given us decent advice. He's always seems to be the voice of reason when he chirps up. But I mean, obviously he's kind of involved here, so that objectiveness is probably tainted somewhat. But we're already this far down the line, so Ekon, fine. You make... Oh, it was his decision about the dog, wasn't it, that we let him make? Yeah. Make your own choice, Ekun, but speak it plain. Do not run off again, and I shall support you. If only to avoid you being stomped on and killed, for heaven's sake. Ekun stares into your face for a long while, then his head dips, defeated. I give death to monsters, and they steal my life. Day by day, week by week. It's time to put an end to this and bury my family. Ah. Cold fury can be heard in Natavi's voice. Well, everything is clear. In this case, I got nothing more to lose here. Farewell. And I hope it is farewell, because we don't like her. Ekun is silent for a few moments, as if gathering his strength. Finally he nods and looks up. It is decided. I know what to do. Come where we met first. It is an important place. Good for farewells. Where did we meet him first? It was on the Dwarven Road, wasn't it? We met him on the Dwarven Road, and he was off up a hill somewhere, because his dog took us to him. But what was the Dwarven Road? It wasn't this, was it? Was it here? No, it wasn't here. Conduct the ritual. Yeah, oh, that was it. The ruined watchtower. That was it. It was like the road, yeah, the long Dwarven Road past the ruined watchtower. Right, okay, but he's not in immediate danger, so we'll get to that in a second. And instead, now we've got to go rushing off to the old sycamore. Right, come on, people. Let's run. Let's dash. Holy hell. We're very busy little bees today. Somehow, is that going to be the last we see of Natavi? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I'm got a sneaking suspicion maybe not. Right, where is the... Where is... the Dwarven Road? Can we remember? Oh, it's there. Ruined Watchtower. Okay, so we'll teleport to Skunktown and probably head south. You need to go to the Dire Straits. Actually, we'll walk, because we need to go to the Dire Straits anyway, to see if there's any artisans there. So we can get to that in due course. But no, right now, next emergency that needs to be resolved is this situation here, with Eobold, Lindsay's old teacher. So let's rush there and see what we can do. In the meantime, whilst we're rushing there, the Magister asked for an audience. Oh, well, we're not back available yet, are we? Warden. Right, Acundio. Oh, Acundio is lost to us at the moment, so we have no warden at the minute. But he'll be back soon, don't worry. He'll be back soon. Phones buzzing, bopping, bleeping. Ah, it's about football tomorrow. Okay, oh dear. Right, we've got a game tomorrow. Let me just confirm I'm happy to be playing tomorrow at 7:30. Very good. Right. So then, somewhere near a big tree, now where on earth are they gonna be? This is a large map.
All according to plan.
This is a very large map. I'm gonna probably go up to the tree itself, unless I've missed something. No, there's a passage down there. I'm assuming they're gonna be near the tree itself. Oh, hang on. What's this music? A group of young boys and girls play their lutes as a horde of centipedes surround them, swaying their horns and hissing to the tune. A fat mite stands nearby, listening to the strange concert with a blissful smile. Music! Fine, play! Eobald the Insightful. Have mercy on them! Look at their fingers, they're bleeding! Oh, they're forcing them to play the music continuously! Who can't play can be food, sweet pedicents. No want to be food? Keep playing. Whose bodies are these? Why now? Some bandits. First chase musicians with knives, then go at pedicents. Sure, we not refuse free food. Right, sweeties? Right? Ah, dearie me. Professor Abel, I presume? Your Highness, Lindsay, praise Sheldon. I beg you, save us from this music connoisseur. Oh, yeah. Lucky for you, Professor, I have good relations with the mites and the kobolds in the area. Mr. Mite, and who exactly might you be? I, Ashfree Shepherd, walk around shepherd herd, best pedicents on all woods, ask anyone. Do you happen to know Queen Badar? Don't know no queen. Aish not bow to kings, walk where want is so. Oh, so he's not one of the local tribe. Interesting. Well, what exactly are you doing to these musicians? Listen to music, good music. Aye, good, and pedicents good before meal. 10 rations. Oh, we gotta try it. Oh my god. Is this Reggie's influence here? The Joker? I've heard on the grapevine that centipedes get indigestion from music and diarrhea from baths. No! Off! Back, sweeties, back! No, listen, no more! No, go! The mite leads the centipedes away, tenderly patting them on their backs as they go. Yes, you don't want them to be having diarrhea now. It could be quite catastrophic, I hear. Bye! Oh dear, I reckon good old Eobald the Insightful. Not very insightful after all, is it? Not very insightful when it comes to dealing with centipedes and mites, I see. Bit of creative license is all you require. Oh dear. Anyway, pleased to meet you. I'm Elquist.
I am prepared.
King Elquist, actually. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, but look who's here. Lindsay. And of course, Your Highness. Praise all the good gods. You made it just in time. A bit longer had we to be done for. Not to change the subject, but I've looked through some of the books you've printed. I admit the books weren't quite to my taste, but the students seem to love them. I'm glad you're finally realising your dream of running your own publishing house. Teacher? I'm so glad to see you. I can't believe the talentless hack Iravetti kicked you out of the academy. I wish everyone could see what a philanthropist and patron of the arts he really is. His tricks could make up a whole book. You know, Lindsay, that's not a bad idea. I know many details of just how much harm the king brought upon his own academy. If you find yourself with time between adventures, I would be happy to sit down and write such a book with you. All the more so now that you have your own printing house to print it. Seriously? You want to work on a book with me? Of course I'll find the time. Let's set off for the capital as soon as possible. I can't wait to get... excuse me? Hail, King! Now we all... Alondi stops when he sees Lindsay piercing glare. Is something wrong? Yes, Lindsay's offered to run off to write a book with him. What about my book? It's only halfway finished. Maybe 2/3. You don't even remember, do you? Of course you don't, but I'll never forget. You and your friends poisoned the years I spent at the academy, hiding my things, tearing my books, spilling ink on me, dunking me in the fountain. And now you have the nerve to come here. Maybe you want a job at the publishing house too? Professor Airborne, is this true? Of course, I would never dare accuse our dear Lindsay of lying, but I know nothing of these accusations. Alonde has always put his best foot forward with me. He's a wonderful poet and musician, and he's always been polite. If not for him risking his life to get us to the capital, we'd all be dead. Alonde, did you really treat a peer this way? For shame. I thought better of you. Yes, Alonde? Did you do all these things to my dear Lindsay? What is there to say? We were students. Sometimes we made jokes, pulled pranks. Sometimes they were rude and stupid. I'm sorry, Lindsay. I'm ashamed of my behaviour. I never should have done those things. You can shove your apologies all the way. Please, Lindsay, we are at your mercy. Will you truly stoop to revenge? Is this what you took from my lessons? Does Shelley herself not teach that one should not deny mercy to those who ask for it? Lindsay the Vicious? What do you wish to do with him, Lindsay? Bearing in mind who you're speaking to, I could have their heads lopped off with the click of a finger, should you desire it. Putting the frighteners on. Alonde's face horror-struck. I don't know. Oh. I'm sorry, teacher, but I can't bear to look at him. Let him go wherever he wants. Restov, Mivan, or Absalom for all I care. I'll even give him money for travel, just so I don't have to see his face. Lindsay, I understand that you're hurt, and I'm at fault too. If the other teachers and I had paid as much attention to the students' behaviour as we did to their grades... I cannot change the past, but please find it in your heart to forgive Alonde. He's an exceptional poet. Allow him to atone for his behaviour. Bring a little kindness and light to your kingdom. Teacher, I don't know. What should I do? Maybe I should forgive him? Let him write those brilliant verses of his? The scumbag? Lindsay, you see, when it comes to the decisions, we can't all be so decisive, shall we say, as I am. Perhaps then I should make the final decision, after all. Oh, no! Don't let Reggie get involved, we'll be influenced. Listen, pipsqueak. Advice is usually cheap, but this one's paid for off the hide of my back. Don't forgive him. People don't change. He was shit, and he'll stay shit, whether you give him 1 chance or 100. Oh, God. Thank you, Reggie, for your insight. Lindsay, I'm afraid you are a counsellor within my council, and therefore you should be able to make a decision. Lindsay, it is yours to decide. Get lost! I don't care about your poetry. I can't forget how you tore up mine. Oh dear. It's been banished. Well, there you have it, Alonde. Lindsay has spoken, and I therefore stamp her decision with my seal. You should be banished from these lands henceforth. As you say, but I am truly sorry. To be fair, it does feel harsh. I mean, they were students, it was probably a few years ago. We all do things as kids. Interesting fact, my best mate, we're now in, the same age, his birthday's 10 days after mine. I was a bit of a little horror to him when we were at school. He brought it on himself at times, but, I did horrible things to him, tripped him up with skipping ropes when he was running down across the playground so that he fell and grazed all his knee. I punched him after school once, regularly did things. Not, I said, he sometimes, oftentimes brought it on himself. But, we got past that, and we became best mates at 16. So, this Alonde fella did things, maybe he'd grown up a bit now, is sorry, is, maybe I'm just too soft, I don't know. But it does seem harsh to banish him. But Lindsay's spoken, and we empowered her to make the decision. So it's time for you to Scarpa, isn't it? I've lost my mouse. There it is. Well, Your Highness, Lindsay, you are well within your rights. I mean, also to be fair to him, he did actually escape, come to us, and bring us back to save these people as well. I feel really bad for him. Oh, damn it. Stop being so soft, Elquist. Or maybe it's just me being soft. Maybe Elquist is quite happy with the decision. It was a decision backed by Reggie, after all. Oh, let's get back to the capital. I want to start working on the book. Teacher? Reggie's influence grows. I know! Tell me about it. Tell me about it. He's got us threatening to punch people in the face. He's got innocent, sweet Lindsay refusing to forgive somebody. Who is the true MVP in this party? Good grief. Right. Oh, hold on, Mr. Elk. So when we start killing random elks, that's when we've got a problem. Right, what's this? Is this an exit from the area? Yeah. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, poor Alondi. I really do feel bad for him. I really do. He'll be fine. He'll find something. He'll find something to do. Right, Poacher's Hideout. Let's go. Next port of call. How do we... Probably gonna get tired in a minute as well. Righty-ho, 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 righty-ho. Please be... Yeah, I'll go in. I'm going to say please be here and not the other side. We are tired, but we should be okay. Hopefully he'll come without a fight. Have we been here before? No?
What's that?
Have we been here before? No? What the hell? Trap Central here.
It is finished.
Just remove the stat debuffs from Elquist, and Lindsay will be next in line. Uh-oh. Morhalan looks at you apprehensively, but his voice sounds confident. Greetings, Your Highness. I can see that my humble efforts to escape your observant royal gaze seem to have miserably failed. Well, that'll be all right. It remains for me to make you an offer that you will find hard to resist. And what exactly are you suggesting? The very same thing that I offer all the other over-meticulous hunters and prying guards. Gold. Gold, Your Highness. All that I have managed to save and scrape up over my life. Rest assured it is a very substantial amount. You wouldn't reject an offer like this just because some naive spring chicken decided they want to play justice. You seem to mistake me for somebody who needs your gold. In fact, Morhalan, if I so wish this evening, I could fill up my bathtub and bathe in the stuff. So no, your gold is not going to wash with me. You will be brought to justice. Help me! Help me, lads! Help me, lads! Quickly, the king won't be bought with gold. Who would have thought it? Right, Reggie, come hither. No. Too many traps here. Come back. Reggie's summoning. He loves a good old fight. Summoning some mirror images before mid-combat. That mirror image? No, that should be mirror image. Press that. You come here. There we go. Reggie's now in the mix. And off we go. This should be pretty doable.
Be easier if you're not fight back.
Somebody got hit. Oh, Knock got hit. Jesus. Oh my god, he's lobbing like really dangerous bombs here.
Interesting.
Could probably do with casting Fairy Fire or something to take him out of his concealment, but I don't think it's that urgent. Right, Lindsay's got glitter dust, right?
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Okay, a little bit messier than I anticipated, but we got there in the end. Oh wow! Am I just taking everything here? Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's. Did he die on us? Did he run off? I think he died on us.
A trivial matter.
A trivial matter. I love it when he says that. Did he run off? Yeah, must have. Must have died, sorry. Ooh, I'll take all of them, thank you. And all of them. And all of them. And all of them. And all of them. Lizard folk skins. Oh my god. And all of them. Okay, a bloody craft. Morland has been captured. Sherelle should be informed that this nightmare is over. After many more murders will still be committed if Sherelle's... So Sherelle is also northern Nile marches. That's where Tivon, Mivon, Chemo. That's where Chemo was. Lindsay?
And Lindsay was called forth.
Lindsay? She's all encumbered. Did she suffer? What has she suffered with? Fatigue, negative level, exhausted. Okay, shall we rest? Let's rest. I think the exhaustion has got to us all here. Let's rest easy. Put a camp down, shall we? Okay, let's do a bit of hunting. Oh, we don't have our hunter. Who's good at hunting? Mary was usually good at hunting, wasn't she? Pretty decent. Knock goes here. That'll do. Don't want to waste chocolate ice cream here, so we'll just have a bit of. Let's have a. What about something new? Maybe a bit of caneberry pie. No, we haven't got many caneberries. How about a bit of hunter's roast? Yeah, a bit of hunter's roast. So you guys have just taken down a hunter. A bit of hunter's roast would be quite nice. That should be that. Let's go. Oh, look at that! We've got a fancy little roof thing. Perfect. Can you now walk, Lindsay? Yeah, very good. Okay, excellent. Which means that we can actually do this now. And we're back. Back to full capacity. Woo! So we've done everything. We have done all the little quests that we had to do. Oh no, we haven't. We haven't done everything because we haven't even revisited. Which is the quickest way to do this? We need to visit Dire Straits and the Ruined Watchtower. The Ruined Watchtower, of course, is for 1 day. Wow. That's for what's his face? Ekun. How can I forget his name? Ekun. We need to revisit the place where we first met. Then we need to visit our new settlement. Then we need to visit Skunk Town. Then we're done. And then the next session we can focus
Would be nice, don't you think?
on going on a bloody grand tour, eventually, of Dunsward. Don't to enter this location? Yes, we do. So many things, so little time. Or maybe not. Maybe, actually, there's not so little time. There's lots of time. There's 150 days left now. Half a year for us to do our stuff. Right. We were here when we first stumbled across Ekun. Aha! And there they are. Okay, so Ekun nods at you. His face is softer and at the same time more resolute than usual. Oh, the darkest hours are before the sunrise. Hold on. Trust me, you will feel better. Oh, Lindsay's concealing her tears. We are with you, friend. You've come. Thank you. Ah, how could I not? Nodding gratefully, Ekun steps aside. Oh, look, it's like a pyre. I was a father and a husband. I did everything in my power and failed to protect you. I can't fix this, but I can keep others from such a loss. Someday my hands will fail to draw my bow and we'll be together again. Until then, my place is here. Rest in peace. Oh, you bitch. You bitch. I told you it's not the last we'll see of her. Elquist stepping forward to the front here. Natavi grins ominously, reflections of the fire dancing in her eyes. Here I am! Did you miss me? Why are you here? After hunting, Alina dared to raise her voice at me, and insulting a Calistria priestess is a sin that can only be washed away with blood. Out of my way! Tristan's face doesn't change, but he takes a tiny step towards Alina, as though to stand between her and Natavi. No. I knew you'd say that. And you showed such promise. What is this world coming to when the sacred flame of vengeance can't be lit, even in a warrior who's lost his family? Milk runs through your veins, not blood. I was wrong about you. Well, I promised you to the goddess, and she will get you. But as a sacrifice, not a weapon of vengeance. I'm so tired of all this yakking. Lay down your weapon, Natavi. I shall tell you this only once. Come and get it. You stupid cow. Right, we're off. We're off. Straight to Natavi, Reggie. Is Elquist running in up front a wise decision? Probably not. Just wait a second. Oh, Calistrian rogues and fighters coming in from the other side. Oh God, we're in a bit of a trifle here. Right, let's summon some distractions. Quickly, we need to hold them up somehow. Skeletons. There. Now, quickly. We might need, what is it, space bar? Is it Z? What was the key to make it go slow? The time, V? Oh, it's V, yeah. It's V, that's fine. I think Elquist and Knock Knock might well have to deal with these things. And Mary is trompling in. She's going to enrage herself. And then she's also going to cast Judgment. We'll go Judgment to Protection, actually, for a change. And we're going to... That'll do for now. Tristan, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Knock Knock and Elquist standing side by side. Ready to face the incursion that comes. Lindsay, it's cast something useful with you for a change. like a song, maybe. We always forget this damn thing. Okay, we're getting sneak attack damage. The arrow just bounces off the back of Elquist. Something just tickled me there. Okay, here come the fighters. 2 rogues side by side. The rest of the skeletons have just come in time here to stop the rest of them coming. But there was no need, because the duo rogues have just taken care of business. Keep going. Elquist is absolutely stabbing him to death. Oh, don't mess with me, pal, I'm the king! Oh yeah, make her explode. Let's see it in slow motion. Yeah, these guys are fine. Oh, the dog's down though. Bang! And Mary chops her in 2, cleaves her in half. Calistrian followers. There's nothing sacred around these parts.
Follow my lead.
Let's take the spoils of war. Where's the Tarvi? These are enchanted kukris. These might be kukris +1. Hang on a second, folks. This could be an absolute upgrade for Knock Knock here. Hang on. Kukris +1. Get in. Come here, you fool. How come we can't? Come here. There we go. He's got 2 kukris +1s now. Oh, he's moving up in the world. Right, excellent. Is that everything? Elena? Acundio? I didn't know Natavi became a priestess. She changed a lot. Thanks for the help. Yes, I simply hope she didn't ruin the day for you. This wasn't needed, but we couldn't stop it. Come talk to me in a few days. I need to speak to you. Okay, talk to Ekun in a few days. Hopefully, he's going to come back to the... Okay, at the capital. Yeah, I'm going to say, hopefully he's going back to the capital. Right, so Ekun is talking to at the capital. There was a quest to see one of my councillors, I recall. And we've also got to go and speak to Sherelle, which we can do right now. Before we finish the session. So let's fly across as we leave Elena and Ekun together to have a chinwag. that everything? Nope, that's enchanted. This is probably from actually the previous visit. Perfect. Oh, Dire Straits first. See if there are any potential artisans to be had here in our new village. Let's take a peek around.
May we have a moment of respite?
Yes, we can rest here. It's free. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Your king has arrived. Check out the new village. Hello, Mr. Trader. I shall offer you the spoils of my war, along with the rest of this rubbish. Hey, some of Ekundio's equipment's in here. Devourer of Metal is Ekundio's weapon, right? Yeah. What's his stuff doing in here? Ekundio? What the hell? Be careful, I'm not selling anything that I shouldn't be here. Right, okay. Citizens. Guards, more citizens.
That is not
Or maybe artisan will present themselves to the council in due course. Or maybe there isn't a artisan to every village you can possibly muster. Not sure, but doesn't seem to be a named person here just yet. I'll have to keep an eye out. Do you know what? We might be able to get away without resting. Hey up, Dunphy, how you doing, mate? You'll be coming with us very shortly. Oh, you better dust your robes off, pal. Skunk Town. 18 hours. Jesus Christ, that's a long journey. We're not used to these long journeys now that we've got teleportation. Enter! Don't think Lindsay can move. Again. Lindsay, you stuck? Yep, you're stuck. Half of the party can't walk. Shirelle. It was Shirelle, right? Yeah, Shirelle. Right, pronouncing that we have Morhalan under arrest, and he's patching quilts in the prison cell. Oh, I hope he finds enough light in his soul that he can someday see the graveness of his crime. You can't slaughter intelligent beings as if they were beasts to make clothes of their skins. Even now that it's over, it's hard to believe this evil act really took place. Thank you. I could never have brought Morhalan's crimes to light without your support. Now that he's in jail, I might return to the capital. But you know what? I've gotten quite used to the air here. And I have wonderful neighbours. Fate has brought me here, so be it, I'm staying. Especially since I've begun making sketches for a unique piece. Yes, well I would like to see that unique piece. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Just like I'm still waiting for flipping Bokken to give me the elixir of youth, or whatever the hell he was supposed to be giving me. I've lost hope on all of that happening. Seems to be a pipe dream. Carol, oh, we've got to rest now. Fine. Fine. If we must. Right, teleportation. Top cliff. Off we pop. Have we done everything that we need to do? Right, Ekundio, yeah, we need a necklace of emerald, and other than that we can go and enjoy a grand tour and kingdom management. So let's enter Top Cliff, see what waits for us in the throne room before we sign off. as King Elquist. Oh, Octavia. Your kingdom attracts the most unusual and interesting characters. They must have heard the rumours that your country is a place where one can live without chains and restrictions. Not long ago, I was visited by an appraiser of magical items, a rare and sought-after profession in many countries. This man proposed that he settle in our lands and open his own store. I agreed then and there. Why can't we be as good as Absalam, right? In tribute, he has offered his new ruler a valuable gift. But he didn't dare select a specific item for you. Instead, he simply invites you to choose from all the finest things he keeps in his best storerooms. And she hands over a list. We'd best not be greedy and choose just the one item. Ah, well, I'm never one to look a gift horse in the mouth. Free magical items. One of them attracts good weather, one good luck, and good weather and good luck. The second one allows you to dominate animals, and the third one to influence the emotions of sentient creatures. What? Okay. Okay, let's get a bit more about the effects. Oh. Item. Wand of Dominate Animal. Alluring Headband of Charisma. Well, dominating animals is fair enough. Influencing minds of subjects, again, is kind of fair enough. But controlling weather and luck would seem to be, you know, something that would be right up there in terms of whoa. If you really could control weather and luck, I mean, that is quite the feat to be able to brag about, isn't it? That would be, dominating animals. Druid types probably can do that all the time. Mind control is obviously quite easy to do. You can hold person, charm person, etc. So, yeah, to control weather and luck, though, I mean, ooh, that's quite a thing. To be able to boast. Give that a try. Support the Magister's endeavours. Ah, Terval has come with another gift, a mirrored belt. Thank you for supporting our militia. We bought the best equipment and we've already begun with the drills. As it happens, at the meeting I was elected captain. Must mean they trust me. Your soldiers are training my people as we speak. If you hadn't stepped in to help, none of this would have happened. But that was beside the point. I sincerely hope that my gifts come in handy. Tell me if something special you need. I can't read. I thank you for your gift. Okay, so Van Hold seems to have calmed down. So what's... I thank you for your gift. Well, we could have picked what we wanted her to make next, but it seemed right to thank her first, right? It seemed right to thank her first. Sort by date from newest to oldest. What did she give us? Mirrored belt. +4 resistance bonus to reflex saving throws and the ability to cast mirror image twice a day as a 4th level wizard. Yeah. What did she give us particularly, though? Was that what she gave us? Yeah, that's what she gave us. Must have been. Okay. Look at our little crown. Isn't it fantastic? Isn't it glorious? Right. Magister asked for an audience. We've sorted that. We've got our full contingent of staff. Got a new project. Support the Magister's endeavour, which is a level up. Okay, that's fine. So we're done. We have done everything that we need to do today. What the hell's this? Erline. Greetings, Your Highness. Allow me to pay my respects and deliver a gift on behalf of my master, a well-known connoisseur of magical artifacts, kindly welcomed by you in the capital. That's a rather nice hat that you have on there. Let me introduce myself. Eileen Greyridge at your service. This is a modest gift from my master, Your Highness. May it serve you well, and in case you're looking for more, I beg you to forgive my audacity, but since destiny has given me the opportunity to speak with you face to face, you see, my master is a highly educated and respected specialist, but unfortunately, he has no business acumen whatsoever. For my part, as much as I appreciate collectible items of great aesthetic value, I'm far more interested in turning my knowledge in this sphere toward tangible profit. If you take an interest in obtaining magical items without all this hassle, I could arrange it. Tell me more. You see, over all my years of travel, I've built up a long list of contacts across Galarian. In other words, I can acquire magical rarities, no matter the distance or difficulty. If you kindly help me open my own shop, I'll gladly quit my master and use my talents for your benefit. I'll see what I can do. Oh, thank you. May your reign last for years to come. I dare not distract you any longer, Your Highness. So, she will be the artisan then, from the place that we've just visited. Erline, a magical artifact purveyor. Interesting. Right, on that note, I think we'll end the session there before we get any more disturbances. So yes, we have become king. Who's this guy? Oh, it's Eobald, the Insightful. Can he be a help to us? Like a... I wonder if he could have been a counsellor. Right, okay, so yes, we have become king. We have helped our companions, and we have managed our kingdom. So in the next session, we have tidied up, we have done what we need to do, and we are going to have some fun. So we're going to go out there into the big wide world, and we're going to do some grand touring once again. This is the King's Tour now. Forget Grand Tour. This is now going to be known forward as the King's Tour. We're going to go on the King's Tour of, I think, the southern areas of Dunsward that we've got left to explore, and then we shall start our King's Tour of Glenabon as well. So yes, lots of free-form exploration once again, which is oftentimes the best form of exploration. Fear of time constraints and free from quest lines. It's just good old-fashioned stumbling to what you stumble into. I do like that. So we'll get to that in the next session, which will probably be recorded. But yes, I'm looking forward to that. So thank you for watching this evening. Have a good week. Next stream won't be until Sunday. Yep, Sunday. But between now and then, I'll bring you some of this. I might bring you a recorded session of Rome Barbarian Invasion 2. And yeah. So enjoy. Have a good week. And until next time, His Highness Elquist bids you farewell. See you soon.